Good evening, everyone. The kind of brainstorming in the last session shows that we all had, uh, as I in my what I was saying yesterday, our brains scratched. So we have a lot more questions, and as Sri Milinda Segaji suggested that we might be able to get some replies to that and post them in the future. So with this, all the technical sessions end, and I, Manas Chandan Mishra from IIT Bhubaneswar, take this opportunity to welcome you all to the valedictory function of the 6th edition of summer school held at Gopabandhu Ayurved Mahavidyalaya in Puri. And this is an immensely exciting evening for each one of us, especially from Bhaktivedanta Institute, due to the diversity in the types of participants that, along with their geographical and academic backgrounds. So, a big round of applause for all the participants, please. This summer school 2022 was the culmination of the supervision, guidance, and deliberations of Swamiji's scholars, speakers, and veterans, and the enthusiasm of all the participants. So, in order to further the valedictory function, I would like to invite Dr. Debasis Khan, convener Summer School 2022, to present his concluding remarks.
Dear participants, a very good evening to all of you. Welcome to the concluding part of Summer School 2022 organized by Bhaktivedanta Institute, Kolkata. For us, organizing the summer school has been challenging, but I can see it is productive. We have sincerely tried to the best of our capacity to host this summer school in hybrid mode. So please excuse us for any lapses, which I hope and pray are minor. I would like to conclude the summer school with a few thoughts on what we have learned during these 3 days. During the course of school, a group of experts brought together by the Bhaktivedanta Institute, Kolkata, presented the work they had accomplished over the past several years towards the overall theme of the school. Physicists, mathematicians, medical doctors, engineers, biologists, chemists, philosophers, religious leaders are working for building a pleasant environment where we live. They have sought deeper understanding of several complex issues associated with the foundation of science, the work of the Bhaktivedanta Institute, Kolkata, which has been contributing to a more profound awareness of foundations of science and beyond, especially through dialogues, seminars, and conferences. And thereby, it has made it possible to bring together the various perspectives concerning the very foundational questions related to the present day science. From the session of Foundations of Quantum Mechanics, the message by Professor N.D. Haridas was loud and clear for us. He started with an overview of causality in classical and quantum physics, both in mechanics and field theory. Then he ended with brief remarks on time reversal violation in elementary particle physics and recent notions of indefinite causal order in quantum theories. He also pointed out the issues like the concept of time currently we have at the foundational level of the classical and quantum mechanics. We need something more. Then in the lecture of Professor Doring, he presented Topos theory for a realistic interpretation of the quantum formalism. Interested students are encouraged to explore this area because this is new area. Next, in Young Mind Speak, Mr. Dipankar Sharma discussed how the phenomena like wave particle duality, superposition, etc. introduces the idea of consciousness. He concluded that it is very difficult for quantum physics alone to describe the very foundational basis of our existence, the consciousness. In the session on brain, mind, and consciousness, limits in mathematical modeling, which also includes the presentation by Professor Sandeep Kumar today. So Professor C.C. Rai mentioned deciphering noise in the brain is a major challenge in modern brain research. How various particles of meditation reduce the noise in the brain? Question mark. Can we estimate the various noises in the brain and its reduction based on the current understanding of modern science? In the presentation of Sri Varun Agarwal, he presented an overview of the foundations of various disciplines in science and then mentioned the issues present at the foundational concepts. He also mentioned the need of consciousness-based foundation into our academic studies for resolving the issues. Professor Sandeep Kumar presented a comparison of axiom-based spaces and hypothesis-based mathematical modeling. He also pointed out the serious limitations in the mathematical model of Big Bang theory. He personally told me about this superposition principle in that which is valid in case of linear system, but or Big Bang is highly non-linear, but still the superposition principle they are using. So that is a very serious flaw, he told me personally. According to him, spirituality is based on the concept of existence of some higher intelligence, which is very logical and can be expressed in the language of mathematics. He also explained the axioms of dharma, which is very interesting. Also, the role of mathematical space and logic to understand spirituality has been presented in his presentation. Then Mr. Rajesh Pandit presented a very nice talk on the limits of mathematical logic. Yesterday, in the first session, we had presentations on cosmology and time. Fantastic presentations were there from the speakers, Professor Craig Calendar, Professor Pankaj Jasi, and Professor Ramgopal Uppaluri. All the authors have mentioned about the serious limitations of the knowledge as laid down in the present day modern cosmology. Professor Pankaj Joshi and Professor Uppaluri went further ahead by mentioning the need of imbibing knowledge from our ancient scriptures to resolve the issues such as quantum gravity, concept of time. Really, the presentations were excellent and inspiring. Then in the session of Young's Mind Speak, Mr. Roshan Tiwari presented on is the precise matching of energy difference required to activate the biological reactions through very narrow wavelength range, and the high acuity of our eye is mere a product of deep time and chance or involves some higher purpose. Then Mr. Nikhil Yenugu presented on a very foundational question on what is mass. Interestingly, from his presentation, it appears that we do not know even the basic definition of mass properly, as we do not understand the electron properly. Next, in the session of Foundation of Computer Science, Mr. Sushant Sharma presented on computation, formal versus inimitable. He mentioned about the limitations of formal computation. Then in the session of that is today's session, first session, revisiting the foundations of life science insight from ancient tradition. Dr. Bickness presented nicely how beauty and the fine tuning exist from the smallest atom to the gigantic solar system is nothing but a small reflection of the supreme intelligence. Very nice presentation it was. Then Dr. Dheeraj Dubey presented an interesting topic on revisiting the non-reductionistic Ayurvedic approach in the light of modern biophysics. He mentioned the need for paradigm shift in curing our diseases. Next, Mr. Ritik presented on mystery of consciousness very nicely. In my view, all the young mind presentations were excellent. In the last session of today, there were two impressive presentations. Their contents are very, very interesting and inspiring to listen. Where, uh, where Professor Joshi stopped, Professor Mahanta started from there, and Sri K. Vasudev Rao gave the foundations of new science. I hope we should include those to resolve the issues present in the present day science. So before we say goodbye, I would like to say, not to say thank you to those who participated in this 3-day summer school, both through offline and online mode, and listened the lectures patiently. And finally, thanks to the event management team, particularly for all their hard work to make this happen. Well done all. Knowledge sharing is an important part of what we do. So these past 3 days lectures as well as discussions help us to advance on the important journey to know many complex as well as very foundational issues of our very existence. But it does not stop here. We plan other programs. We invite participants to join in the forthcoming seminars, conferences, schools organized by the Bhaktivedanta Institute, Kolkata. Thank you again.
Thank you, sir. I hope Summer School 2022, exploring the foundations of science and beyond, has added a few memories in all of our minds. Along with unlocking new doors to unknown territories. So I would like to request some of the participants to share their experiences and give feedback of how they feel about this particular summer school. So I would request Ritvik to kindly circulate the mic and get some feedbacks, verbal feedbacks. Yeah, I would like to request the audience to, the way they are questioning, similarly, I would like to request them to, yeah. So could you please pass it on to Niket?
Yes, actually, I think that by synthesis, what they meant is like we have to harmonize between science and spirituality, because there are limitations in spirituality, as we all know already. But in this summer school, they tried to explain what all limitations in science also there, because means we already know that in spirituality it is as per Bhagavatam culture, it is in higher realm. Means it is not in material energy control. That's why we are not having any logical proof for the things, and how we say it is a top down approach. But like in this summer school, there was purpose for understanding the limitations of science also, so that people from scientific background could understand, or could at least get the ideas other people also, what all problems in science also there. So in that way, these conferences have the meaning and purpose when we try to harmonize between science and spirituality. Harmonizing means we have to look upon the commonalities between both the domains. Uh, Means commonalities means there will be so many differences, but we have to look upon the common good things also to move for the solving of the mystical aspect. So I think that is what is the purpose of such school is. Okay, so and I thank everybody for inspiring us to in this journey of understanding how these things work, like how nature works, how Supreme Lord is there, and it ignites the young minds, I think, for exploring further topics in that way. To think logically as well as to think what is inconceivable. Yes, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Niket, for your very deep insights. I would like to request Niket to kindly tell his, in one line, his academic background as well for the benefit of the audience.
Yes, actually, I studied mainly in Bangalore only. Like I completed the 10th class in Bangalore. In 10th class, my CGPA was very good. So, I was in merit. Then in 12th class, my percentage was still very good. Like um, means I had very like I'm very good in English. Like in 11th and 12th, in all the standards, I used to get almost good in English. So English I like so much. Then science also, mathematics likewise. Then I joined engineering in Bangalore, CMR Institute of Technology. There I got first class with distinction. Then I did some, I was means I got placement in 3 companies also, like all were 3 core companies. Then like means I was doing some research, but like I thought that I should go for government job. Like means I had dreams of getting into some good research field. So I was thinking about gate and all, but like I'm still giving gate exam to understand more about this, because gate exam is the foundation for further research. So that's how it is going on.
Thank you, Niket, for
Yes.
opening up.
So like I'm trying to understand more things in my background so that I can explore more and I can get into some good means things, research and all. Like, thank you, sir.
Thank you. So who will be, yeah. So Ritvik, please
My
tell
name
us
is
your name
Dhiren
and
Singh.
explain in one line, what do you do right now?
Yeah, I'm a research scholar and PhD student from ISR Kolkata. So right, and I really liked all the lectures and everything was very good. But I really got to know one thing that okay, that light or any kind of energy which is interacting with the material, so it is a materialistic world, okay, that can be connected to the spiritual world easily, and science will help very much to connect all these things. So consciousness and all, I got all those ideas, and I will try to still I am trying to grab all these things, and I will think that I can do something more, and I will try to add something more, and later whenever I will get some chance also. So thank you very much to all of you.
Thank you. Ritvik, to your left, there were hands raised. Sure, sure. Please go ahead.
Okay. Thank you very much, all the participants and who organized. I know very well who are Roshan Bhaiya and Prabhuji, and you all guys are organized these things. Amazing experience I got. This is the very much basics about the foundation of science and spirituality. I learned a lot, and very big shots are giving lectures, and I attend it and learn a lot of things. I enjoy a lot. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
This is Raju. I am from IIT Bhubaneswar doing PhD, and it gives me immense pleasure that to express my heartfelt gratitude towards Bhaktivedanta Institute for arranging such kind of initiative where we brought together and to interact with very distinguished scientists, which in the form of spirituality and also science. So before attending this, these 3-day sessions, I was under impression that the science is just as part of life. But after attending this session, my purview, my understanding of what is spirituality and what is the connection between spirituality and science and life also, I got to know more about spirituality. And the thing that I have understood by attending these sessions is that spirituality is a part and parcel of everyone's life. That we have to develop that as a part of that. Without spirituality, there is no point of happiness, with which in turn there is no life. So life is spirituality. So we should understand the importance and the significance of spirituality in our day-to-day life. That is the first thing I learned. And the second thing is, the moment when we understand spirituality, we should put into practice that the principles and practice, we should put into practice that spirituality in our day-to-day life. That's the second thing. So I would also like to express my gratitude towards my IIT Bhubaneswar for arranging bus facility and my Dean Education, Continuing Education, Professor Sujit Roy sir, for giving me this, for all, for bringing us to here. That's what I want to express. Thank you one and all.
Thank you.
Yeah, hello everyone. My name is Dinesh Joshi, and currently I just have finished my MTech from IIT Delhi in computational biology, and I have joined TCS Research as a researcher, pre-doc researcher here. So I have newly started my research journey, and uh, the previous AISSQ conference that was conducted by Bhaktivedanta Institute, I attended that, and that was an online mode. So that conference created a curiosity inside me for the science, because from school we have been studying science. We score good marks, and then we just for scoring good marks we tend to study things. But really, when attending the conferences from Bhaktivedanta Institute, I found the real meaning of exploring the science, like for the ultimate truth. So by my bachelor's was in computer science, but I have consciously chosen to shift into biology stream, so that I can be in a search for the ultimate truth. And I think that biology will give me a larger span uh, for keeping up my spirits high, because I generally, with the technology stuff, my interest goes, and like it comes and goes. But with biology, I think it really, like, it amazes you every time you try to look into something. It will open 1,000 doors when you seems a small concept, but it really unfolds into many dimensions. So and I really feel blessed to attend such conferences, because from college, where we study, no teacher is likely we talking about the spiritual aspect. No one want to hear that, because and they are always in distress phases. Like here I see scientists, they are like very with happy faces. They are like this thing, they are volunteering in this idea with so much happiness. But in colleges we see they are they don't have any personal life, and they are doing research, but their personal life is really smashed. Like they are really dealing with the personal problems. But again so I don't think, I really don't idolize them, because a person who is well accomplished, he must have a person both work and life balance. And that is really we can see in the lives of the people, the professors and teachers that have come here. So I really thank that. And it has this short 3 days workshop has been like a power battery charging for the current coming year. And I will again try to attend the upcoming conferences, so that it will keep the curiosity inside me to follow the ultimate truth. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Joshi. Uh, Anyone else would like to share something?
A very good evening, everyone. So I'm Sarvakya. I'm a MS project student, fifth year from IISA Kolkata. So the first thing I feel that keeping the venue in Puri itself is a very, pious feeling that we are having for the 3 days. So that idea, I don't know whose the initiative, but it was a very great idea to begin with. And I like to keep it short, saying that we all, I think, entered a completely different genre of life, attending the session with the spirituality as the motive and keeping the scientific background was itself a very intriguing thought. And I would like to thank for the initiators who could think of such a thought-provoking idea and giving us the chance, to the mass of the people, especially the students. Like, this is the need of the hour, to keep it in the people who are of young age group, to facilitate that feeling within them. So it was a great initiative. As for the feedback, I have a couple of things to say. So I would love to interact the people in the offline mode and talk to them. So we need not have many foreigners out here. So those fascinations, I don't think exist anymore be to be truthful. So we can have the people from India also, and the people who can be physically present and guide us through their, through their vibrations, the positive pious vibrations that we can feel through and interact with them. And the last but not the least, I would like all of you to give a huge round of applause for the team, the volunteers, the people with the camera, the one at the back managing all the online stuff. So these are the hidden talents and the hidden forces that have made the program a huge success. Thank you, all of you, and thanks for the hosting. Such a great hosting, I would say. Thank you, everyone.
Does anyone? Yeah.
I'm Ramya Devi, research scholar from IIT Bhubaneswar. I would like to thank Ritvik from IIT Bhubaneswar, who is the reason for us to attend these sessions. He encouraged us a lot. So please, sister, please attend the session. So after coming here, we really experienced a plethora of topics which made us to think on various things. So we experienced spirituality in the food that we ate, in the places that we visited, and also in the lectures that we attended. So thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. And thank you, Ritik, especially. Thank you so much.
So is there anyone who would like to add something, avenues where we could improve for the next time?
Hey, sorry, you're asking so many questions.
Yes.
Please continue.
My name is Savid. I'm currently an aerospace engineering student. While studying engineering, I don't know about other people, at least for me, we're basically taught not to ask deeper questions. So I think this 3-day experience generated at Spark again, that spark that is generally with the kids of asking deeper questions. So I'm inspired to ask deeper questions and probably find answers to some of them. But as I see, many of the questions simply don't have the answers. The quest of finding them is what life is really about. So that's all I wanted to say.
Thank you. And is for all the participants who are online on Zoom, we request you to kindly raise your hands so that we could take your questions online. Feedbacks online. For all the participants online attending the program, the event through Zoom, kindly raise your hands and give your feedbacks. And in the meanwhile, if we could take a couple of more feedbacks or any suggestions among the offline audience.
Hi, am I audible to everyone?
This I have told to, I think, somebody else, that our one person sitting, standing at the back, our Swami Jitun Dhal, is a very good friend of IIT Bhubaneswar. And Bhaktivedanta Institute there is a constant source of encouragement for happiness to our students. Every Saturday, they do all sorts of things to be happy. And it so happened, God might have chosen me to buy a plot 8 years back, when the area was full jungle. Bhaktivedanta Institute was also not there. And my wife, somehow we went there and she selected that Barunai hill, and she said, we'll have our house here. And there is nobody around. And I bought that plot and kept it just like that. Now we see that Bhaktivedanta Institute is my neighbor. Okay, so these are what somebody says. This is like God's ultimate some kind of wishes, perhaps. So I also came here as absolutely a participant. Okay, we did the summer school as a curtain raiser to the summer school very spontaneously. As soon as I got charge of the Dean of Continuing Education, that happened also 5 days before I at this summer school. I took the charge and said I'll do the summer school. Curtain raiser, and then we all put together. I wanted to I wanted to really inspire the students, and we'll keep doing that. I'm sure Bhaktivedanta Institute will come as a long-term friend to IIT Bhubaneswar for creating this uh, uh, synthesis of spirituality and science amongst all the students of IIT Bhubaneswar and also the family of IIT Bhubaneswar, because all IITs are, residential. So we are very close to each other. So this school also then therefore gives me an opportunity to have a very big handshake of love, okay, between BBS, IIT BBS and Bhaktivedanta Institute, BBI, okay, BBI, BBS and IIT BBS. And I'm really thankful to all the Swamijis for showing us one step at least, which we can take now, or maybe half a step, which we can immediately take towards this journey. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. We have one hand raised. It's probably Pranav Mehan. Could we take his feedback, please? Could we
Yes,
allow
I'm audible
his
to everyone.
Mr. Pranav, you're muted still. Give us a couple of seconds.
Now is it okay?
Yeah, you're audible.
Yeah. So good evening to everyone. I am Pranav Mehan, currently studying in class 12th PCM. The attending the science and spirituality session was really a great experience for me. Although the subject matter was far beyond my understanding, because I'm studying in class 12th and the Professor N.D. Haridas sessions were like PhD. Like Bhaktivedanta Institute work for spirituality and science, engaging them both and educating the society about our culture is really great. And they have also motivated us to ask a good questions that limitations of science as well. Science has also has its limitations. Mostly people don't come to spirituality because it's a non-logical thing. But here the Swamijis, Shri Varun Agarwalji, Shri K. Vasudev Raoji and Professor Haridas and many other great people have gave us exposure to a lot of great things. So I thank you all, to all the participants, and to our host as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Pranav. I think we have another hand raised here. Could I get the name, please?
Yeah, good evening. I'm Anula Millender, and I'm really happy to attend this summer school online. It was a wonderful 3-day experience, and unfortunately, I wanted to be there, but I could not be there for other reasons. I'd like to extend my hearty congratulations to the organizers who have done such a wonderful job. And I'm so happy to see the young generation expressing such thought-provoking questions and introspecting into their own personal lives and their quest for their life's journey. So I'm thankful to all of you and for this wonderful experience. And I'm sure Dr. T.Z. Singh will be extremely pleased seeing such a nice audience and such eminent speakers, spiritualists and scientists. It was an amazing experience. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. So do we have anyone else? So with that, if there are no more feedbacks to be provided, I would like to request Secretary, Summer School 2022, Mr. Roshan Tiwari, to come on stage and extend the vote of thanks.
So, good evening to all, respected speakers, session chairs, and all the assembled students, scholars, audience, and friends. On behalf of the organizing committee, I would like to thank you for your participation in this summer school. I hope all the deliberations were both intellectually stimulating and insightful for all of you. The success of the conference is accomplished by all of your presence and the hard work of all our dedicated members as well as our supporters and volunteers. We express our heartfelt gratitude to the generous sponsors, Dr. Tapan Kumar Chand, President of Vedanta Limited, Odisha and Chhattisgarh, Dr. B.D. Mundra, Emeritus Chairman, Simplex Infrastructure Limited, Sri Brahmanand Mangaraj, Sri Krishna Contact Private Limited, and school partners. We would like to extend our sincere gratitude to Dr. Sudarshan Behra, the principal of Ayurvedic College, for giving us the support for our summer school venue. We would like to thank all our distinguished speakers for accepting our invitation to present their talk both online and offline. We would also like to extend our gratitude to all the session chairs and the Young Mind session speakers. We acknowledge Dr. Ramji Repaka and Dr. Jay Narayan Todu for giving their time, valuable time for ranking and comprehending the creative posters by our school students. And we would like also to express our gratitude to the humble convener, Dr. Debashis Khan, for his continuous support and timely guidance whenever needed. We express our heartfelt thanks to the Master of Ceremony of the Summer School, Sri Manas Chand Misra, Sri Kausik Gupta, and Sri Milinand Segarji. We also extend our thanks to the online event management team headed by Shravan Kumar and Susan Sarmaji. Without them, it was a very difficult for us. So we would like to especially thank Professor Virendra Kumar Tiwari, Director of IT Bhubaneswar, Professor Sujit Roy, Dean of Continuing Education, Dr. Rajesh Roshan Das, Dr. Tarakanta Nayak, for organizing a special and memorable curtain raiser ceremony of the school at IT Bhubaneswar, and encouraging students to take part in this school. We as well express gratitude to the directors of AIMS Bhubaneswar, IMA Bhubaneswar, and Vice Chancellor of Soya University, Dr. Mukesh Tripathi, Professor Jasubanta Jaina, Professor Ashok Kumar Mahapatra, for encouraging us to organize preschool seminars in their institutes, respectively. We would like to thank Dr. Debashis Hota, Dean of AIMS Bhubaneswar, Professor Nachiketa K. Sarma, Dr. Kamal Lochan Mohanta, Dr. Terlok Panigrahi, Mr. Hari Prakash, and Student Association of AIMS Bhubaneswar for selflessly supporting to organize the preschools. We also humbly acknowledge and thanks our institute members and volunteers for various services. Jitun Dhal, Avinash Kumar, Tushar Das, Sanjeev Saha, सुशांत शर्मा, मदन मोहन दास, सिद्धार्थ तिवारी, कालिया कृष्ण दास, सिद्धिकांत प्रधान, चंद्रशेखर दास जी, सौम्यरंजन जैना, संत ठाकुर दास जी, अजय साहू, अखाई दास, वेदानंदा, योगेश, नरेंद्र रेड्डी, कौशिक, मनोज, रजत, शशांक, भास्कर, अक्षित, रवि, अनंत शेष दास जी, अमर, पवन, सिद्धार्थ, उमाशंकर, राजू, रम्या, ऋषि, नवीन, मयूर, त्रिलोक, मोहित, आदित्य, दर्पण, Subhaman, Prabhas, for lovingly helping us, assisting at various ends related to website design, venue management, registration, accommodation, hospitality, outreach management on online platform as well as offline platform, tour arrangements, serving food, fundraising, preschool seminars. So they have really did a great job. So we are also obliged to the financial help rendered by many of our volunteers in India and in abroad. Dr. P.R. Maiti, Dr. Arnab Sarkar, His Grace Achyutanand Das ji, His Grace Raman Raman Das ji, His Grace Sanjeev Das ji, Professors Bhaskar Kumar, Vaman Malli Das ji, Balaji, Simhanchalam, Saurabh Das, सुब्रमण्यम, चैतन्य माधव दास जी, नवनीत कृष्ण दास जी, आचार्य चरण दास जी, देसारी वेंकैया, ददारी रूपा, जगन्नाथम ईश्वर, गणेश सुब्रमण्यम जी, टी फनिंद्रा, पुनापुल्ली भास्कर नायडू, नाग राजू, रामू, राम मोहन, वीना, अक्षित, प्रेम रूपणी देवी दासी, मिथिलेश पारित, अनिकेत चौधरी, व्यासाख, श्री अरिस्टोटल माइती जी, नंदी जी, धीरज दुबे, दीपांकर शर्मा, डॉक्टर देवाशीष खान जी, अमित मंडल, वामन बाली, बालाजी, सौरभ सुब्रमण्यम, भक्त वत्सल दास जी, श्रीकांत चंद्रगिरी, नीतीश येनेबू, लाल बाबू सिंह, वरुण सिंह, अनिल सिंह, अजीत सिंह, लोगेल सिंह, रोमन शर्मा, मनोज भक्ति देवी, निवा देवी, त्रिकेंद्र सिंह, सुरेश सिंह, विश्वजीत सिंह, सनहंदी देवी, अमरजीत सिंह, चेतन सिंह, ब्रजलीला देवी, सुचित्रा सिकदर, and many other generous supporters for this school. We would also like to thank the in-charge and staff of Niladri Bhakti Niwas, where our students are staying, Sripad Vatika Residences, for helping us in logistics for accommodation, and the supporting staff of Ayurvedic College in helping us out with all the value-related logistics. We would like to express our heartfelt thanks to our food management team. Achyut Kesav Das ji, Ram Gopal Das ji, Krishna Kishore Das ji, and Chandrasekhar Das ji. It was a really amazing food management and the prasad. We would also like to express our sincere thanks to all the volunteers from IIT Bhubaneswar. Mr. Narendra, Mr. Kaushik, Rajat, Nitish, Akshat, Ravikant, Amar, Pavan, Siddharth, Uma Shankar, Raju, Ramya, Rishi, Naveen, Mayur, Trilok, Mohit, Aditya, Darpan, Subham, Prabhas, Sasank for their selfless support. We also especially thank the young poster presenters for coming forward to present their ideas in a very short time. We sincerely also thank Subhasitra Mahapatra for her cultural performance yesterday. Last but not the least, we sincerely thank all the delegates for their enthusiasm and kind participation to make the summer school a great success. We are indebted to Dr. T.D. Singh, His Holiness Bhakti Swarup Damodar Swami, a pioneer of science and spirituality dialogue, founder director of Bhaktivedanta Institute, who has guided us immensely for organizing the school for the benefit of humanity. Our deep gratitude to Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, the visionary saint for the modern age, and the founder Acharya of the Bhaktivedanta Institute for giving us this wonderful platform and vision. We sincerely thank each and every individual, whether your name is mentioned or not, from the unlimited depths of our hearts. May good thoughts come from all directions. May everyone be happy. Stay safe. Stay well. Thank you. So, with this, I would like to invite Swami Sri Varun Agrawal ji for appreciating our whole team.
So I'm amazed we had such a big list who are behind our backbone. Means, wow. So what we will do, we'll bring them to the stage, all our foundations of summer school. So now we studied foundation of science, now is foundations of summer school. So we have website and publicity. So this was a lot of hard work was done by Sai Vineet. He's joining us online, or he's not here because of some work, but he did a lot of hard work. So we acknowledge. In registration, so we request Ritvik Galam to come on the stage. Tushar Das, if he's here, and Kalia Krishna Das. So I request Swami Vasudev Rao also please come on the stage. We can right away we can give the participant certificate, certificates, appreciation certificates also. And everybody can be here, so everybody can see who are people involved. Then venue arrangement, Shri Jitun Dhal and Sai Vineet. Please come on the stage. Accommodation, Jagdishwar and Vedananda. So many of you already know now our Swami Jitun Dhal. He has been working hard, as our Professor Sujit Roy mentioned. He is a founder. He is the foundation of our relationship, Bhakti Institute relationship and IIT Bhubaneswar. So great work. This is Vedananda. Vedananda is a very bright doctor. He is in AIMS studying, and he will soon come out with a lot of good things. Then we have transport, Soumya Ranjan Jaina and Nikhil. Those who are coming to the stage, they can stay back together. Let stay here. Soumya Ranjan Jaina and Nikhil. Nikhil is where? Okay. Next is, he will also come. Next is food. So if we have beautiful content, if there is no breakfast, no lunch, no prasad, it will be difficult, right, to digest the content. So we have food, our prasad Achyuta Keshav Das and Ram Gopal Das. So I think maximum claps I am hearing for the This department looks like. So he worked really tirelessly. By the time we are ready, he's ready. Before early morning, everything is working back in the background. Means we were really powered by him. Ram Gopal. Okay, he's not here. Okay. Next poster. Ramji Repeka and Janarayan Tudu. Ramji Repeka and Janarayan Tudu had been wonderful judge. You see, judgment is not an easy task. So they analyzed each posters, went to each participant, the presenter, and they were okay. And Janarayan Tudu also is not there. Okay. Next is event management. Shravan Valley Sala. So you can understand now all this communication. If you have beautiful content, if presentation is not going on proper, you will have issues, right? So Zoom connection and then presentation, everything he completely dedicatedly took over. So because of that, we relaxed and could do the things nicely. So this is Shravan and Sushant Sharma. Sushant ji is a very talented person from multidisciplinary fields. So he gave a presentation, he was handling this side also, many areas he can handle together. He has been from this beautiful campus of IIT Guwahati. So this campus is very nice. Okay, then stage management, Ashwini Singh. Ashwini Singh, are you here? Please come. So everything in the event happened on the stage, right? So you need definitely a strong person to manage the stage. So he was behind. Then tour at sightseeing, Tushar Das. So because it is being recorded, even if he is not here, he will see later. So thank you, Tushar. Our thank are recorded to you. Then yes, the connecting thread for the whole program. Manas Chandra, Milinder, Kaushik. So our Milinder ji is from Bombay. He has been working in Air India and there was a lot of health issues he had. So he said whether I can come this time or not. But then suddenly he decided that no, I should somehow go. So he came and he took over all this this master of ceremony part. And this is our Manas. Manas did a very nice, beautiful, humorous and very calm master of ceremony. This is Milind. Kaushik is not here, so when we meet him, we will greet him. Look like a lot of people from IIT Bhubaneswar are the background of this event, looks like. Manas is from IIT Bhubaneswar, Kaushik is also. Hospitality, Manoj. T. Manoj, are you here? Okay. So the foundations of all the foundations, the three people, Jitun Dhal, Roshan Tiwari, Dr. Devashish Khan. So when you talk to them, you can see what they underwent last few months actually. Dr. Devashish, so much communication with all the speakers, so much he did, he was sharing, is a tremendous task he was doing with the Indian speakers, outside speakers. And Jitul Dhalji completely managing here, Bhubaneswar, Puri, accommodation, everything he was coordinating. And then our Roshan Tiwari. Roshan is a student, PhD student, but then he, for 1 week, he has been 10 days, he has been here. He took a special permission there that I want to do this job. I want to do this seva. So we are very, very thankful to them. So we can have a group photograph and we can invite our Professor Sujit Roy and Professor Das. Please come.